Yay, okay. All right. Today, guys, we're going to talk about comprehension, and we're going to work on a way for you guys to remember how to do comprehension when it comes to reading an article. Got it? First thing I've got for you is a short video on comprehension. So pay attention because I'm going to ask you questions afterwards.
Children's songs make your brain and body strong. When you read, when you write, there are 6 questions to keep in mind. When you read, when you write, there are 6 questions to keep in mind. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. These are 6 questions to keep in mind. Who is the story about? What happened and what went down? When is the time or date? Where does the story take place? How did things happen and work out? Why did it all come about? When you read, when you write, there are 6 questions to keep in mind. When you read, when you write, there are 6 questions to keep in mind. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. These are 6 questions to keep in mind. Who is the story about? What happened and what went down? When is the time or date? Where does the story take place? How did things happen and work out? Why did it all come about? Who, what, when, where, how, and why. These are 6 questions to keep in mind.
All right. So let me turn the camera so that we're over here. You can see everything going on. Here we go. Okay, so who can tell me something from the video that helps with comprehension? Go ahead, Matthew.
How is it, where did it take place?
Where, yeah, how did it work out, right? Okay, what, any others? Can you think of anything else? Go ahead, Matthew.
Where did it take place?
Where did it happen? Do you remember any of the other ideas? Mason? How many things did they show on the video?
6.
6 different things. What was the first one? Do you remember?
The date.
No, not the day. The what? It said when you read and write, there were 6 things to remember. And the first one, that was 1. How was 1?
Where?
Where? What? When?
Why? So this
And
is date.
who? Remember? Who? Okay, so last week you guys had an article that talked about the 3 branches of government.
No.
You didn't do the same one as Jaden? And Christian?
You didn't do it.
You didn't do it yet? Okay. You're going to get it, so this is going to help you. But Jaden and Christian, they did an article on the 3 branches of government. They had to answer comprehension questions with it. So today we're going to learn what's called a mnemonic device to help when you guys do comprehension activities. Okay? So, but first, I want to go over the objective and why we're doing what we're doing. So, our objective, go ahead and read it with me. I can use the informational text to justify my answer to the question. Okay, so that basically means that I'm going to prove my answer is right by going back into my reading and finding my proof. Okay? So we're going to start by using a mnemonic device. And what that is basically, it's letters something else. So if I were to read that, it actually says fact, okay? But the F stands for focus. So when I'm reading, I need to tune out everything else. I need to focus on what I'm reading. I don't need to worry about that person doing what they're doing or noise in the hallway. I need to focus on what I'm reading. The second one, the A, stands for ask questions. Good job. Oops. Questions. Okay. So when I'm reading, I'm asking, okay, what's happening in this story? Where are they at? How did this happen? Okay, so those are the types of questions I'm thinking in my head as I'm reading. And then the C stands for connect. Okay, so I'm going to connect what I'm reading to what I already know. So if I'm reading about the branches of government, I know that we have a government in this country. Okay, I know we have a president. Okay, so whatever I'm reading, I have to add to what I already know. The last one, T, is turn on the visuals. That's like having a mental TV in your brain. Okay? This is when you start reading and you really get into it and you can picture it in your mind. Okay? You can picture what you're reading in your mind, like a TV is on in your brain. Okay, so this is called a mnemonic. FACT stands for focus, ask questions, connect, and turn on the TV. So when I'm reading, that's what I need to be doing. All right, so we are going to actually work on an article together. But before that, I want to do one really quick check. What does the T mean, Jaden, in fact? Can you tell me? Can you tell me the A? What does the A mean? Ask? Ask what? While I'm reading, I'm going to mentally ask. No, you're not going to ask somebody else because you're focused. What are you going to ask? Questions. You're going to ask questions. Okay? What's the T mean, Mason?
Turn on the visual.
Turn on the visual. That's like turn on the TV in my brain. Okay. So the first article we have, this one is called In Danger of Extinction. So I'm going to pass this out so everybody gets to see it. We're going to do this one together. Okay? Go ahead and put your name on it. Okay. So we're going to read an informational text, and we're going to use this mnemonic device as we go through this article, okay? So, my teacher just handed me this article, and she wants me to read this, right? So first, let me look at the whole thing, the whole paper. Well, I see there's a picture of a koala on it. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. I see that, oh, and koalas. What do I know about koalas?
They climb trees.
They climb trees.
Mommy,
They eat the stuff in the trees. They have kind of like claws. They look like little bears, but they've got big ears.
I know, like baby
Yeah.
bears, like they're like they have like rabbits.
Yeah, so I know a little bit about koalas. And then before I start, I'm gonna make sure that I'm focusing on what I'm doing. Okay, it's gonna be something about koalas. It says in the title, In Danger of Extinction. What is extinction? Oh yeah, I remember somebody talking about in danger of extinction. Okay. It means it's extinct. It's gone. I remember that. Okay.
It's not gone.
So while I'm reading, okay, I'm going to be asking myself questions as I read. The asking questions. So I'm not focused on my reading. I'm going to be asking myself questions as I read. So I need you guys to follow along as we read. Are you ready? Put it on the table, please. You need to sit forward, please. Thank you. Okay. A species is the name for a group of animals that are alike, such as lions and tigers. If a species is endangered, it means there are very few of those animals left in the world. Now wait a minute. That wasn't the word in the title. The word in the title said extinction. That one said endangered. Okay, keep going. If all the animals in the species
Die.
yep, A species becomes extinct. Oh, no, wait. That word is in bold. That must be important. And extinct is part of extinction.
Wait, circle it.
You want to circle it, underline it? These are all good strategies. Okay, I got to remember that because it's bold. There's something about it.
Where are they?
Extinct. Let's keep going. Those animals are gone forever. I was right. Extinction meant gone forever. Okay. Many species are protected. A protected species means governments have made laws against killing the animals. The koala is close to being an endangered species. Oh my goodness, you know what's going on in my brain right now?
I already know.
I'm like thinking that there's no more trees and there's no more of them teddy bear looking koala things.
No.
And then they're gonna be gone. I'm thinking that too. Is that what was going on in your brain?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it. So interestingly, that's where we're at. Interestingly, the koala is partly to blame for its decline. Koalas are too stubborn for their own good. When you were younger, were you a picky eater?
No.
Hey, they're asking me a question. Yeah, I guess I didn't like lima beans. All right.
You did? What is that?
Is a bean. Did your parents have to force you to eat things that were good for you? Are you thinking about it?
No.
Are you making a connection? Is there anything mom's ever asked
No,
you to eat that you didn't want to eat?
No. No, I eat like everything.
You eat like everything? You're not a picky eater?
No, I'm not picky.
Look at what we're doing. We're making a connection. We're thinking about our own lives and connecting to what they're talking about. Okay, so keep going. Hopefully, you listened to what they taught you and ate your dinner. Koalas are picky eaters. They live in tall eucalyptus trees. Many of these trees are also called gum trees. Koalas eat the leaves in those trees. So I'm picturing in my mind, there's these koalas up in the tree, and they're eating the tree.
I feel like the tree's actually made of gum.
Yeah, wouldn't it be something?
I was
Since there are over 600 different types of eucalyptus trees, the koala should have no trouble finding food. But koalas are picky.
Wait, what is the
Do you
water?
remember what picky means?
Do they drink water?
Oh, you gotta have water. Every living thing has water, right?
Except snakes.
Yeah, they have to have water.
Except water. Except fish, because they eat.
Oh, that's because they're in the water. But they need water to live.
How do they get water?
From the plant.
They do this plant has water inside?
Plant has water.
Just do this and I do.
Yeah, so you're making a connection. Okay, here we go. They only want certain eucalyptus tree leaves to eat. Out of the 600 varieties of trees, koalas will only eat the leaves of about 120 kinds of eucalyptus trees.
No.
Koalas, some are even pickier than that. The koalas of a specific area will only eat about 4 or 5 kinds of eucalyptus leaves. They would rather starve than eat the other kinds. Now that's stubborn. That's really stubborn.
You need to eat.
Yeah, you gotta eat.
Never eaten.
Okay.
They just eat that.
So now we're on to this part. The biggest problem for koalas now is that the brushland in Australia is being cut down. Towns and cities are pushing farther into the brush. Since many koalas live there, they are losing their tree homes and the tree leaves that feed them. Okay. Who is this all about?
Koalas.
It's about koalas. Okay, and what's wrong with them?
Why are you? They're getting extinct.
They're getting extinct. Where did this story happen, do you think?
Australia.
Australia, that's right. Okay, and how are they becoming extinct?
People are cutting down their trees.
People are coming down the trees and they're what?
Trying to make homes.
What's wrong with the koalas? The koalas are
They
being
can't.
what?
They don't have homes.
No, the koalas
Can't
are
eat.
being...
Extinct.
No, what are they doing? It's partly their fault. Remember they said that.
People are picky.
They're being picky. They're like 600 trees, remember that?
Yeah.
But they only want how many?
5.
Only want like 5. Okay.
What's wrong with them?
One tree.
Yeah, or 1, right? 1 or 2
What's wrong
kinds?
with them?
I don't know. So now we're going to go over to where the questions are. See on that side there where we have the questions? Okay.
What does it mean?
So the first one says, what does it mean when an animal is extinct? We underlined and circled that. Let's look back. What did it say?
Those animals. No animals left.
There, that's what we're going to write. Because it said they are what?
Gone forever.
Gone forever. Remember, we even circled that word because it was bold and we thought, oh, this must be important because it's really dark. So there's no, you say what you're going to say. There are. Use your whole desk, honey. Hold up and use your whole desk. Yeah. And we saw that. Do you remember where we found that?
Wait, how are frogs being extinct in Australia? They keep them as pets because they're really climbable.
You knew that?
Hmm?
I didn't know they had them as pets.
Because sometimes
Did you read that?
maybe
Or did you see it on TV or something?
and I seen it in a book. They keep them because sometimes if they lost them like so high,
Extinct means they.
then they leave something. If they accidentally
There you go.
if they accidentally left something like something on a mountain and they no, not a mountain but something like like up there and they can't get it.
Okay.
They would just simply crawl up something and to get it up and get it.
Are you sure that was real?
Yeah, because I've seen it.
Okay.
They is no.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
They.
What does extinct mean? They are what? Look back. They're what?
They're gone forever.
There you go. They're gone forever. Okay, let's go to number 2. Oh, they're asking us to imagine, so that's our T. Turn on the TV. Imagine if you were like a koala and ate only one kind of food. What kind of food would it be? If you
Gum trees.
if you could only eat one kind of food, what would it be?
want.
Gum.
No, I want. Forgot what it was called.
So imagine if you were like a koala and you only ate one food.
Mango.
Okay, well write it. What would it be? That's what it asked. I
From a
think
tree.
mine would be salad.
Why?
I like salad.
You eat salad every day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why?
Because I like it. So it says what kind of food would it be? So if I only ate one kind of food, what kind would it be?
Salad.
That's my choice. I'm
Salad
making a
pizza.
connection to what I
I'm
like.
putting
Okay, put it.
coconut.
Oh, ice cream. I love it, Mason.
Or if you're allergic to water, you can eat coconut water.
Keep going. Finish. Gone.
Why ice cream?
And then don't forget to put down what kind of food would you eat?
Eucalyptus trees.
Gone.
Okay.
Gone forever.
So the third question,
This.
that's where you're putting the food you would eat. The third question
Mango.
says, what is another name for many gum trees? So I'm going to go
This.
back and look. What'd you find? What is it? Eucalyptus trees. Awesome. I love how you went back and found it and circled it even. So Mason found it. He said that another name for a gum tree is also called the
Eucalyptus tree.
eucalyptus tree. That's okay. So you see it right there
I like
at your
that
gum
name.
tree?
Bad name.
So you can keep track of it. Go ahead and underline it, and then you can write it on
You
your question.
made that name to the tree. I'm gonna tell you no trees like that. 'Cause that's
Mango
bad to
tree.
become trees.
Transfer your answer to your question part. Okay,
I like that name.
number 4.
Why do you think
Why do you think the koala is so picky? Why is he so picky? You have to give me your opinion. Why do you think he's so picky? But we have to prove it.
I'll say like over some have
You need
to
to focus and transfer the words.
because they are really picky.
You already
You know
underlined
the
it. You just
picky
need to put
says
it on the line.
why do you picky? Because they don't eat us. Because
Why-
they eat
Why do you think they're so picky?
because they don't eat half of the stem like our own
Do you think
trees.
there might be a reason for that though?
Because
No.
they think it looks weird.
Maybe it looks weird.
Or does it taste good?
Maybe it doesn't taste good.
It has to
Maybe they never tried it, but it looks weird.
Maybe they never
Maybe.
tried it, but it looks weird. These are all great
Maybe-
ideas. Put them down for number 4. I like it. Why do you think that a koala might be so picky? Maybe it doesn't taste good. Maybe it looks weird to them and they've never tried it. Those sound like reasons why you guys might not eat something.
I like broccoli.
Yeah, but some people don't like it because they
I
think it
hate
looks weird.
Yeah.
It's a tree.
They think it looks like a tree.
How do you spell cause? I
I
plant.
mean, because. It's all right. You're good. Because. B. You know how to do B.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
One time I had broccoli and my friend went outside and we did the floor and put the broccoli into it like grow.
To try and grow it.
I said
They-
grow.
No.
It's
Finish your thought.
humongous.
They.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Why don't they like it? Why are they so picky?
They think it looks weird.
So say that. They think.
And they never tried it.
So do it. They think.
Mango doesn't look weird.
Put your thoughts on paper. They think.
So this is not
Are you ready to go to 5?
Yes.
Okay. It looks weird.
We have to do this.
Tell people.
We're gonna do one on your own.
You
You got it, Mason? What would you tell people to get them to stop cutting down the brushland where the koalas live? What would you tell them? Looks weird. Looks weird. Uh-huh. Good. What would you tell them to get them to stop cutting the brush down where the koalas live? Cutting down trees and other animals.
What would I say?
Yeah, what would you say?
People do that because they should go.
Can't do that?
No, not you can't do that. You should do it. Not a lot of not all of trees.
So say
Because
that.
the koala can try to go in another tree.
That's true, but is it gonna be one that they like? Maybe, maybe not. Faith? Faith,
None.
we're not playing in the water.
Does broccoli come from water?
Well, it takes water
I mean-
to grow it,
I mean, does broccoli come from a tree?
and now it's a plant in the ground.
Oh.
Okay, so finish your thought, because we got the next one to go. I like
Animal
it.
killer.
That's true, okay? What would you say? Because
Animal
making
abuse.
animals go
All the trees.
extinct. I like it.
You will be an animal
Okay.
abuse. You're doing animal abuse.
So we just went through, and you guys did some of those on your own. So the second part we're gonna do is on your own.
What is it about?
I'm gonna give you one to do on your own.
Koalas?
But before we do the one on your own, what I want you to do, I'm gonna give you a note card, and I want you to write down the mnemonic device we just learned. What were the letters in the mnemonic device?
F.
Yeah?
F for focus.
Uh-huh.
Focus.
Focus.
A for ask question. C
Yes.
for connect. C is B.
C is connect. What was T?
T, turn on the visual.
Turn on the visuals. Okay. Well, my 3x5 is a little bigger today because I needed a little bigger card. So I'll give you a little bit more space to write. So write down your mnemonic device. Do you remember what it was?
What's the mnemonic device?
What was the mnemonic device we just did? What was it? It was called what?
What's the mnemonic device,
Remember, it's letters that stand for something else. So what was the mnemonic device we did?
Focus?
No, what are the letters?
That.
Okay, so that's what we're writing down and what they stand for. Hello, Andrew. He's heading to the other room with his teacher.
Piggy.
Are you good? Do you have that? Do not cut all the trees. Good, okay. So I'm gonna give you a slightly bigger card. I had a problem with my note cards. So go ahead and write down the mnemonic device. Uncover. Thank you. The mnemonic device is what we did up here.
You read all the things.
We're writing the letters. What were the letters? It spells fact. Fact. It is a fact. writing our short mnemonic device and words to help us to remember. So F stands for what? Focus. Because we're going to focus on our reading. A stands for? Ask questions. C stands for? Connect. We're thinking about things that we already know. We're making a connection. The T stands for? The TV in our brain. If you have to, turn on the visuals. You can even say the TV in our brain if that helps you remember it. Okay? The TV in our brain. Good job, Mason. I like how you're making it all line up too. Okay, and the last one, T is like what?
F for Fortnite.
No, F is for focus. So T is for what? What's in our brain while we're reading?
TV.
TV in our brain. Good.
Fortnite.
TV in our brain. Okay, so before I give you the independent activity to do, what was our I can statement? What are we working on?
I can use the informational text to
Justify my answer to the question. All right, do you have yours done? I love it. It's all lined up. It's beautiful. Are you done? You ready? Awesome. Okay, so you're going to have to read. This is the one you're going to do on your own. Remember, when it was bold, we circled it, and it looks like he's eating a sandwich. So what does the title say?
Of cheese.
What does the title say?
Food is our fuel. What does fuel mean?
Oh, I wonder if they're going to tell us.
They're not gonna.
So maybe we should read
All
and see. Did you look at all and see if there's bold words?
Text, they don't tell us what words mean.
Not true. Some of them are bold.
All the text that I did.
So what are you circling right now that's in bold?
Food.
Food. What's the other word did you saw that was in bold?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You ready?
Musically.
Got it? I love it. Okay. So make sure you're doing the same thing. We're focusing on what you're doing. Make sure you're looking at every part. You ready, Mason? Okay. So move this up to the top so you can remember what it is. And look at all the parts. Okay. So, reading to me.
Give this to me.
Read to me.
Everything.
No more water. It is
Every
Alive.
alive needs
energy.
energy.
All animals
Got
get
get things. The
energy.
energy they need for food. People or animals. They don't know they're not.
Yes, they are. We're part of the animal kingdom.
They're part of it.
We're like top of the food chain.
Yeah, we need more
But
food.
we actually are considered animals because if we're part of the animal kingdom.
We're not animals. We don't go on our feet. We're like big, like scary animals
Okay.
on our feet.
No. No.
We're not animals. I'm not an animal.
Jaden, are you doing the F for focus? You. Hey, Jesse.
What's up?
I need you to clean up. Clean up. it away. Yeah. Your Play-Doh time is done. Clean it up. It's done. Clean it up. Put all your colored pencils away. Put it all away. No. Put it away. Clean up. How you doing, Mason?
Good.
Okay. Are you done reading?
Oh.
Oh. We are spitting our water into our Play-Doh and paper, so she is on cleanup right now. Oh my goodness.
Ugh.
Clean up. All of it goes in here. No, that's not what those go. Those are for the crayons. Keep going. Pencils go in one area, crayons go in a different area.
For us, fuel that helps keep the amazing machine running.
Plants. Sunlight. How are you doing, Matthew?
Good.
Okay, we're gonna go sit in timeout. Let's go. You're gonna jump around on the floor, and you're not behaving. No, you're not behaving. Have a seat. Nope. You were spinning your water. During your free choice, you were spitting, so that's no.
Animals. Animals eat plants, some animals eat other animals as meat, some animals like people, but they don't animals eat none.
Comparing them to people. Some animals, like people,
Eat bones,
both.
plants, and animals.
Good.
Since plants make a lake,
Put your shoe on, please. Put it on. Put it on.
our food.
Do I need to tell Mom that you're being bad today?
Own
Then you
food.
show me that you can be good. Using sunlight.
It's special time. You need to get this cleaned up so you can go.
Wait, do we get special?
We're gonna give this a try.
Do you get special?
Oh, you guys need to stop. Yep. All right, we'll finish it tomorrow. This is for me. This is your ticket out the door. Go ahead and put your pencil back in the green.
This is ours.
Oh, is that the one you brought?
Yeah.
Okay, Jaden will finish tomorrow. You gotta get going. You have specials.
How many cards do you, how many times do you con?
2.
Okay. This is, I think this